Hello guys, welcome to this session. Today we are going to discuss 70 MCQs on Supreme Court, and this session will be having questions from basic to advanced level. So for whatever exam you are preparing guys, these questions will definitely help you a lot. So watch the complete session, and if anyone is visiting the channel for the first time, subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon also. So let us start our session with the first question. The question is, Supreme Court in India was established by. A option is by an act of parliament in 1950. B option is under Indian Independence Act 1947. C option is under Indian Government Act 1953. And last option is by the Indian Constitution. So right answer is option D, that is by the Indian Constitution. Next question is, under which act the Supreme Court is established? A option is Regulating Act 1773. B option is Pitt's India Act of 1784. C option is Charter Act of 1793. And D option is Charter Act of 1813. The right answer is option A, that is Supreme Court is established under the Regulating Act 1773. And the Supreme Court is defined under Part 5th of the Constitution, and Article 124 to Article 147 deals with the composition and jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India, right? Next question is, the Supreme Court consists of a Chief Justice and A option is 7 judges, B option is 9 judges, C option is 33 judges, and D option is 25 judges. So right answer is option C, that is 33 judges. It means Supreme Court has 1 CGI plus 33 judges. Next question is, the current section strength of judges of Supreme Court of India is. A option is 20, B is 25, C is 30, and D option is 34. So right answer is option D, that is 34. It means 1 CGI and the remaining 33 are the judges, right? एंड हियर आई मेंशन कि कौन कौन से ईयर में कितने जजेस हुआ करते थे सुप्रीम कोर्ट में. तो इसको आपको एग्जाम के लिए याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि इस पर क्वेश्चन नहीं बनता. आपको ये रख सकते हैं कि प्रीवियस कितने जजेस थे 2021 तक, तो वो थे 31 जजेस. अगर हम एट प्रेजेंट की बात करें तो अभी है 34 जजेस, राइट. तो अगर इनकी जो अपॉइंटमेंट होती है सीजीआई एंड जजेस, दिस ऑल आर अपॉइंटेड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट एंड अंडर आर्टिकल 124 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ओके. Next question is, when was the Supreme Court inaugurated in India? A option is 27 January 1950. B option is 28th January 1950. C option is 29 January 1950. And last is 30th January 1950. The right answer is option B, that is 28th January 1950. Let me discuss some more important points that कई बार पूछा जाता है. दो डेट्स आपको याद रखनी है. कई बार एग्जाम में पूछा जाता है that Supreme Court came into existence on 26 January 1950, right? अगर पूछा जाए that the Supreme Court inaugurated on which date, yeah, the first sitting of Supreme Court held on which date, then the जो डेट आएगी वो आएगी 28 January 1950, right? अगर एग्जिस्टेंस की बात की जाए तो 26 जनवरी, right? और इसकी लोकेशन कहाँ है सुप्रीम कोर्ट की? तिलक मार्ग, न्यू दिल्ली, राइट. जब इसकी इनॉग्रेशन हुई थी 1950 में, तो वो कहाँ पर की गई थी सुप्रीम कोर्ट की? इन द चैम्बर ऑफ प्रिंस, जो थी पार्लियामेंट बिल्डिंग एट दैट टाइम, राइट. एंड फिर 1958 में जो है, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट की एट प्रेजेंट जो बिल्डिंग है उसमें शिफ्ट कर दिया गया था सुप्रीम कोर्ट को, राइट. एंड वो वाज द फर्स्ट सीजीआई ऑफ इंडिया, सो हिज नेम वाज एच.जे. कानिया, राइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, हु वाज द फर्स्ट चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया? तो मैंने इसका आंसर आपको पहले बता दिया. राइट आंसर आएगा ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज एच.जे. कानिया, एंड हिज टेन्योर इज फ्रॉम 1950 to 51, and he died while serving office in the year 1950. Okay. Here I mentioned some of the important points. So first is the longest serving CGI. So his name was Y.V. Chandrachud and full name is यशवंत विष्णु चंद्रचूड़, और ये थे 16 CGI ऑफ इंडिया, राइट. आप नंबर भी याद रख सकते हो सकता है एग्जाम में लॉन्गेस्ट सर्विंग CGI की जगह जो है ये पूछा जाए दैट वो वाज द 16 CGI ऑफ इंडिया, राइट. तो आपको याद रखना है Y.V. चंद्रचूड़. ओके. एंड वो वाज द शॉर्टेस्ट सर्विंग CGI, सो हिज नेम वाज कमल नारायण सिंह, और इनका जो टेन्योर था वो था 17 डेज का इन 1991 में, और ये थे इंडिया के 22nd CGI. डी.वाई. चंद्रचूड़. अब यहाँ पर आपने Y.V. चंद्रचूड़ एंड डी.वाई. चंद्रचूड़ को आपस में इंटरमिक्स नहीं करना है, ओके. एट प्रेजेंट है डी.वाई, राइट, धनंजय यशवंत चंद्रचूड़, और ये हैं 15 CGI ऑफ इंडिया, जो कि ऑफिस को ज्वाइन करते हैं नवंबर 2022 को. एंड अभी तक बात करें तो कोई भी वुमेन जो है CGI नहीं रही हैं, राइट. ये पॉइंट भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपको याद रखना है. So let me move further. Next question is, of the following statements, which one is not correct? First option is Supreme Court was constituted in 1950. B option is Supreme Court is the highest court of appeal in the country. The option is Supreme Court can hear from any high court or tribunals except court martial. The option is Supreme Court can hear from any court, tribunals as well as from the court martial. The right answer is option C. That is, the option is not incorrect. And what is this? The Supreme Court can hear from any court, tribunals except court martial, right? Next question is the power to increase the number of judges in the Supreme Court is vested in. A option is the President of India, B is the Parliament, C option is Chief Justice of India, and last option is the Law Commission. The right answer is option B, that is the Parliament. Next question is a judge of the Supreme Court may resign his office by writing a letter to. A option is the CGI, B is the President, C option is the Prime Minister, D option is the Law Minister. The right answer is option B, that is the President. एंड जो अपॉइंटमेंट होती है जजेस की वो भी प्रेसिडेंट के द्वारा ही की जाती है. अगर जजेस को रिजाइन करना हो तो वो अपना जो रेजिग्नेशन लेटर होता है उसको भी हैंड ओवर करते हैं टू द प्रेसिडेंट. ओके. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज हाउ कैन अ जजेस ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट बी रिमूव्ड. ए ऑप्शन इज बाय द विल ऑफ द चीफ जस्टिस, बी ऑप्शन इज बाय द प्रेसिडेंट, सी ऑप्शन इज बाय द प्रेसिडेंट ऑन द रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ द चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट, एंड लास्ट ऑप्शन इज बाय द प्रेसिडेंट ऑन द रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ पार्लियामेंट. The right answer is option D, that is Supreme Court, that is the judges of the Supreme Court removed by the President on the recommendation of Parliament. Okay. Next question is a judge of the Supreme Court can be removed by the President after. A option is as inquiry by CBI, B option is an inquiry by CGI, C option is an report by the Bar Council of India, and D option is an impeachment by the Parliament. The right answer is option D, that is an impeachment by the Parliament. Next question is the age of retirement in the Supreme Court is. A option is 62 years, B is 63 years, C option is 64 years, and D option is 65 years. The right answer is option D, that is 65 years, right? अगर हम हाई कोर्ट्स की बात करें so the age of retirement is 62 years. Okay. Next question is the salaries of the judges of the Supreme Court are determined by. A option is pay commission appointed by the President, B option is law commission, C option is Parliament, and D option is Council of Ministers. So right answer is option C, that is Parliament. Okay. Next question is the judges of the Supreme Court after retirement are permitted to carry on practice before. A option is Supreme Court only, B is High Courts only, C option is both Supreme Court and High Courts, and D option is none of the courts. So right answer is option D, that is none of the courts. Next question is acting Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India is appointed by. A option is Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, B is Prime Minister, C option is President, and D option is Law Minister. So right answer is option C, that is President. Next question is the judges of the Supreme Court of India are appointed by President. A option is after recommendation by Rajya Sabha, B is on the advice of Lok Sabha, C option is on the advice of Prime Minister, D option is in consultation with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. So right answer is option D, that is judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by President with the after consultation with the Chief Justice of Supreme Court. Next question is ad hoc judges are appointed in the Supreme Court when. A option is some judges go on long leave, B option is no one is available for permanent appointment, C option is there is an abnormal increases in the case pending before the courts, and D option is there is no quorum of the judges available to hold. The right answer is option D, that is there is no quorum of the judges available to hold. Next question is the Indian Constitution provides for the appointment of ad hoc judges in. A option is Supreme Court, B is High Court, C option is District and Session Courts, and D option is all of the above. So right answer is option A, that is Supreme Court. Next question is in which year was the collegium system for the appointment of judges adopted by the Supreme Court of India? A option is 1993, B is 1996, C option is 2000, and D option is 2004. The right answer is option A, that is 1993. Next question is the Supreme Court's collegium comprises the Chief Justice of India and a few senior judges for recommending appointee to the Supreme Court. The number of such senior judges who are a part of this body is. A option is 3, B is 4, C option is 5, D option is 6. The right answer is option B, that is 4. It means जो collegium होता है to for the appointment of judges, वो उसमें टोटल कितने होते हैं 5 होते हैं, 1 CGI होता है और जो अदर सीनियर जजेस होते हैं वो होते हैं 4. ओके. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ जजेस ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर हियरिंग एनी केस इन्वॉल्विंग इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज. A option is 10, B is 9, C option is 7, and D option is 5. The right answer is option D, that is 5. Next question is the power of the Supreme Court of India to decide disputes between the center and the state falls under its A option is advisory jurisdiction, B is appellate jurisdiction, C is original jurisdiction, and D option is constitutional jurisdiction. So right answer is option C, that is original jurisdiction. And original jurisdiction is under Article 131. Okay. Next question, the second largest bench constituted by the Supreme Court till date was in the A option is Golaknath case, B is Minerva Mills case, C option is bank nationalization case, and D option is TMA Pai Foundation case. So right answer is option A, that is Golaknath case. Next question is, in which of the following cases the Supreme Court of India enunciated the doctrine of basic structure? A option is Golaknath, B option is A.K. Gopalan case, C option is Keshwananda Bharti case, and D option is Menaka Gandhi case. The right answer is option C, that is Keshwananda Bharti case. Next question is, which one of the following cases propounded the concept of basic structure of the Indian Constitution? A option is Indira Sahani case, B is Shankari Prasad case, C option is Rudal Shah case, and D option is Keshwananda Bharti case. Right answer is option D, that is Keshwananda Bharti case. Next question is, the minimum number of the Supreme Court judges who can hear a case involving a substantial question of law as to the interpretation of the Constitution is A option is 5, B is 7, C option is 11, and D option is 13th. So right answer is option A, that is 5. Next question is, in which of the following cases Supreme Court held that fundamental rights enable a man to chalk out his life in the manners he likes best? A option is Indira Gandhi versus Raj Narayan, B is Golaknath versus the state of Punjab, C option is bank nationalization case, and D option is Azhar versus municipal corporation. So right answer is option B, that is Golaknath versus the state of Punjab. Next question is, identify the incorrect pair of case and ruling in that case by the Supreme Court. A option is Indira Sahani case is related to creamy layer for other backward classes. B option is Vishakha case related to protection of working women against sexual harassment at their place of work. C option is Menaka Gandhi case related to Article 14, 19 and 21 are not mutually exclusive. And D option is Bela Banerjee case is related to right to travel abroad is a part of personal liberty. You have to find the incorrect pair. So right answer is option D, that is Bela Banerjee case not related to right to travel to abroad is a part of personal liberty. Next question is, which part of the Constitution of India deals with the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in connection with the constitutional cases? A option is Article 131, B option is Article 132, C option is Article 132, read with Article 134A, and D option is Article 133, read with Article 134A. So right answer is option C, that is Article 132, read with Article 134A. Next question is, all the cases regarding interpretation of the Constitution can be brought to the Supreme Court under its A option is original jurisdiction, B is appellate jurisdiction, C option is advisory jurisdiction, and D is none of the above. The right answer is option B, that is appellate jurisdiction. Next question is, consider the following statements and state which one of the following is correct. A option is Supreme Court of India has only original jurisdiction. B option is it has only original and appellate jurisdiction. C option is it has only advisory and appellate jurisdiction. And last option is it has original, appellate as well as original advisory jurisdiction. The right answer is option D, that is original, appellate as well as advisory jurisdiction. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया के पास जो है 3 टाइप ऑफ जुरिस्डिक्शन होती हैं, वो कौन कौन सी हैं? ओरिजिनल, एपिलेट एंड एडवाइजरी. आपको इनसे रिलेटेड आर्टिकल भी याद रख लेने हैं एग्जाम के लिए. तो ओरिजिनल जुरिस्डिक्शन इज डिफाइंड अंडर आर्टिकल 131, एपिलेट जुरिस्डिक्शन डिफाइंड अंडर आर्टिकल 133 टू 136, एंड जो एडवाइजरी जुरिस्डिक्शन है वो डिफाइंड है अंडर आर्टिकल 143. राइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, क्यूरेटिव पेटिशन इन इंडिया कैन बी फाइल्ड इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट अंडर विच आर्टिकल? A option is 132, B is 140, C option is 142, and D option is 146. So right answer is option C, that is 146. Next question is, which article of the Constitution permits the Supreme Court to review its judgment or order? A option is Article 137, B is Article 130, C option is Article 139, and D option is Article 138. So right answer is option A, that is Article 137. Next question is, which one of the following is correct with regard to the power to review any judgment, pronounced or order made by the Supreme Court of India? A option is the President of India has the power of review such judgment or order. B option is Supreme Court has the power to review its judgment or order. C option is the Cabinet has power to review such judgment or order with the permission of the President of India. And D option is the Supreme Court does not have the power to review its judgment or order. हम प्रीवियस ही क्वेश्चन को कर चुके हैं, तो आई होप कि आप इसका आंसर कर पा रहे होंगे. राइट आंसर आएगा ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज द पावर टू रिव्यू इट्स जजमेंट और ऑर्डर, और ये डिफाइन किया गया है अंडर आर्टिकल 137. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज जुडिशियल रिव्यू मीन्स दैट द सुप्रीम कोर्ट, ए ऑप्शन इज हैज फाइनल अथॉरिटी ओवर ऑल इश्यूज. बी ऑप्शन इज कैन चार्ज एलिगेशंस अगेंस्ट प्रेसिडेंट. सी ऑप्शन इज कैन रिव्यू द इश्यूज डिसाइडेड बाय द हाई कोर्ट्स. डी ऑप्शन इज कैन डिक्लेयर इलीगल एनी लॉ ऑफ द स्टेट. So right answer is option D, that is can declare illegal any law of the state. Next question, the system of judicial review is prevalent in A option is India only, B option is UK only, C option is USA only, and D option is both in India and USA. So right answer is option D, that is both in India and USA. Next question is under which article of the Constitution the Supreme Courts have been prohibited from inquiring the proceedings of the Parliament? A option is Article 127, B is Article 122, C option is Article 126, and D option is Article 139. The right answer is option B, that is Article 122. Next question is A Constitution Act may be declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court of India if it, A option is establishes 3-tier federal setup in place of the existing 2-tier setup. B option is removes right of equality before the law from Part 3 and places it somewhere else in the Constitution. C option is replaces parliamentary system of executive with the presidential one. And D option is establishes a federal court of appeal to lighten the burden of the Supreme Court. So right answer is option B, that is removes right of equality before the law from Part 3 and place it elsewhere in the Constitution. Next question is judicial review in the Indian Constitution is based on A option is due process of law, B is procedure established by law, C option is rule of law, and D option is precedents and conventions. Right answer is option C, that is rule of law. Next question is who has the last authority to explain the Constitution? A option is President, B is Attorney General of India, C option is Speaker of Lok Sabha, and D option is Supreme Court. So right answer is option D, that is Supreme Court. Next question is who is the custodian of Indian Constitution? A option is President, B is Parliament, C option is Council of Ministers, and D option is Supreme Court. The right answer is option D, that is Supreme Court. Next question is who has the right to seek advisory opinion of the Supreme Court on any question of law? A option is Prime Minister, B is President, C option is any High Court, and D option is all of the above. So right answer is option B, that is President. Next question is under which article the President of India referred to the Supreme Court regarding the process of appointment and transfer of judges in the Supreme Court and High Courts? A option is Article 127 subclause 1, B option is Article 143 subclause 1, and C option is Article 143 subclause 11, D option is Article 144 subclause A. The right answer is option B, that is Article 143 subclause 1. Next question is the power to enlarge the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India with respect to any matter included in the Union list of the legislative powers rests with A option is the President of India, B is Chief Justice of India, C option is Parliament, and D option is the Union Ministry of Law, Justice and Company Affairs. The right answer is option C, that is Parliament. Next question is by whom the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India can be enlarged? A option is President of India, B is Parliament by passing a resolution, C option is Parliament by making a law, and D option is President in consultation with the Chief Justice of India. The right answer is option C, that is Parliament by making a law. Next question is the advisory powers of the Supreme Court of India imply that it may. A option is advise to the President on the issues of law or fact which are of public importance. B option is advice to the Government of India on all constitutional matters. C option is advice to the Prime Minister on legal matters. And D option is advice to all the above persons. The right answer is option A, that is advice to the President on the issue of law or fact which are of public importance. Next question is who has the right under the Constitution to seek the opinion of the Supreme Court on the question of law? I think हम इस क्वेश्चन को ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, सो राइट आंसर आएगा ऑप्शन ए, दैट इज प्रेसिडेंट. Next question is, under which article of the Constitution of India Supreme Court safeguards the fundamental rights of the Indian citizen? A option is 74, B is 56, C option is Article 16, and D option is Article 32. So right answer is option D, that is Article 32. Next question is, to become a judge of Supreme Court, a person must be an advocate in High Court for at least how many years? A option is 20, B is 10, C option is 8, and D option is 25. The right answer is option B, that is 10. Here I mentioned the qualification which are required to become the judge of the Supreme Court. Okay, जो ये qualification है वो defined है under Article 24 सब clause 3 के under, right? So first necessary qualification is that the person should be the citizen of India. सेकेंड पॉइंट है कि वो जज होना चाहिए हाई कोर्ट्स का एटलीस्ट 5 ईयर तक, राइट? या तो वो एडवोकेट हो एटलीस्ट 10 ईयर तक जो है जिसने हाई कोर्ट में काम किया हो एज अ एडवोकेट, राइट? और लास्ट है या तो फिर वो प्रेसिडेंट की जो है नज़रों में उनकी ओपिनियन में एक डिस्टिंग्विश्ड जूरिस्ट हो, राइट? तो दीज आर द नेसेसरी क्वालिफिकेशन जो कि एक जज बनने के लिए होना चाहिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट का. एंड सीजीआई के लिए जो है सीजीआई को अपॉइंट किया जाता है सीनियर मोस्ट जज ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट. Next question is, under which law it is prescribed that all the proceedings in the Supreme Court of India shall be in English language? A option is Supreme Court Rules 1966, B option is Article 145 of the Constitution of India, C option is a legislation made by the Parliament, and D option is Article 348 of the Constitution of India. The right answer is option D, that is Article 348 of the Constitution of India. Next question is, which of the following cases comes under the jurisdiction of High Courts and Supreme Court? A option is dispute between the center and state, B is dispute between states, C option is enforcement of fundamental rights, and D option is protection from violation of the Constitution. So right answer is option C, that is enforcement of fundamental rights. Next question is, who has the right to transfer any case anywhere in India? A option is President, B is Supreme Court, C option is High Court, and D option is none of the above. The right answer is option B, that is Supreme Court. Next question is, the source of the basic structure theory of the Constitution in India is A option is the Constitution, B is judicial interpretation, C option is opinion of the jurist, and D option is parliamentary statute. The right answer is option B, that is judicial interpretation. Next question is, the Supreme Court of India is a court of record. It implies that A option is it has to keep a record of its decision. B option is all its decisions have evidentiary value and cannot be questioned in any court. C option is it has the power to punish for its contempt. And D option is no appeal can be made against its decision. The right answer is option B, that is all its decisions have evidentiary value and cannot be questioned in any court. Next question is, which of the following courts in India is or are known as court of record? A option is High Courts only, B is Supreme Court only, C option is High Court and Supreme Court, D option is District Court. The right answer is option C, that is the High Courts and Supreme Court. Next question is, which one of the following is correct about the Supreme Court regarding its judgment? A option is it can change the judgment, B option is it cannot change the judgment, C option is only the CGI can change the judgment, and D option is only the Ministry of Law can change the judgment. So right answer is option A, that is it can change the judgment. It means Supreme Court can change the judgment. Next question is, the Supreme Court holds its meeting in New Delhi but it can meet elsewhere. A option is with the approval of President, B is if the majority of judges of Supreme Court so decide, C option is with the approval of Parliament, and D option is on the request of state legislature. So right answer is option A, that is with the approval of President. Next question is, in which of the following cases the Supreme Court observed that Central Bureau of Investigation is a caged parrot? A option is Rail Board bribery case, B is Vineet Narayani versus Union of India, C option is 2G Spectrum scam case, and D option is Colgate scam case. So right answer is option D, that is Colgate scam case. Next question is, PIL is A option is public interest litigation, B is public inquiry litigation, C is public investment litigation, and last is private investment litigation. The right answer is option A, that is PIL means public interest litigation. Next question is, public interest litigation was introduced by A option is a parliamentary act, B is a constitutional amendment, C option is judicial initiative, and D option is none of the above. The right answer is option C, that is judicial initiative. Next question is, where can the PIL be filed? A option is only in Supreme Court of India. B is only in High Courts of State. C option is in Central Administrative Tribunals, and D option is both in High Courts and Supreme Court. The right answer is option D, that is both in High Court and Supreme Court. Next question is the concept of public interest litigation originated in. A option is Australia, B is India, C option is the USA, and D option is UK. The right answer is option C, that is USA. Next question is judicial activism in India is related to. A option is committed judiciary, B is public interest petition, and C option is judicial review, and D option is judicial independence. The right answer is option B, that is public interest petition. Next question is which of the following are included in the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court? First statement is a dispute between the Government of India and one or more states. Second statement is a dispute regarding election to either House of Parliament or that of legislature of a state. Third is a dispute between the Government of India and a union territory. Fourth is a dispute between the two or more states. You have to choose the correct code. The right answer is option C, that is 1 and 4. It means 1 and 4 statements are under the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Next question is which of the following statement regarding the advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court? A option. First statement is it is binding on the Supreme Court to give its opinion on any matter referred to it by the President. Second statement is the full bench of the Supreme Court hears any reference made to it under its power of advisory jurisdiction. Third is the opinion given by the Supreme Court on a reference under the advisory jurisdiction is not binding on the government. And fourth is not more than one reference at a time can be made to Supreme Court under its power of advisory jurisdiction. So right answer is option C, that is second and third. Both these statements are under the advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Next question is consider the following statement. The Supreme Court of India tenders advice to President of India on matter of law or fact. First is on its initiative on any law or of large public interest. Second is if he seeks such advice. And third is only if the matter is related to the fundamental rights of the citizen. So the right answer is option B, that is only 2. Next question is which of the following articles of the Constitution of India have been declared by the Supreme Court as a inviolable basic structure of the Constitution? First is Article 32, second is Article 226, third is Article 227, and fourth is Article 245. So right answer is option A, that is Article 32, Article 226 and Article 227. That's it for today guys. I hope that you love the content. Please give a one thumbs up to video. We will meet soon in the next session guys. Till then bye bye and take care.